What's up, traders? For those who trade with TopStep, it's been a roller coaster of a few days. In this video, I'm going to break down the live funded program changes that TopStep have made, which, safe to say, haven't gone down well in the social media world. I'm going to break down how this is going to impact my journey with TopStep, my future plans going forward with TopStep, and also how their changes may impact you as the trader. So, as always, guys, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, and let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, let's start with the positives here, because let's be honest, this video is not going to have too many positives in it. And the changes they've made recently to their website, to Platform X, are pretty good. The website, Platform X, they look sharper, which is really nice. They do look good, but that's where the positives end, unfortunately. Because if we go down to the live funded account changes they've made, I'll put the link to this website in the description for this video because I'm not going to read it all, so you guys can read that yourself. But the one thing that stood out to me was this here. It was the 20% of your starting account balance. And I'm not going to lie, when I first read that, I didn't quite understand it. What I was fearing it meant was so unbelievable that it took me a few hours really to sort of accept what this really meant. Okay. And what does 20% of your eligible starting account balance actually mean? Well, let me give you my example. Okay. So here's my example here. And I posted this on my X the other day. And with the old live account TopStep rules, this was what I was dreaming of. I've got my 550k XFAs already. I've got those. And I had in those around about $2,000 of balance in each account. So in total, I have made about $10,000 in profit in those 5 funded XFAs. Brilliant. And what I was hoping for was that would be moved to a live account, be able to trade a live account of $10,000, enjoy the bonuses that TopStep offer for their live traders as well. Happy days. However, now with the new changes, I only have access to 20% of that 10,000. So 20% of 10,000 is $2,000 in a live account. I'm going to talk about this in a minute because there's been lots of confusion about this, understandable confusion. I'll talk about that more in a second, but come on, $2,000 in a live account. The whole idea of prop firms, in my eyes, is that you have access to capital that you don't currently have at the moment. You prove that you're a profitable, skilled trader, and as a result, you get given access to capital that is more than what you currently have. I have $2,000. I trade a personal account anyway alongside my prop accounts, but I could easily tomorrow go and put $2,000 into a live account and trade that and not have to deal with the profit splits and all the tighter, strict rules that comes with trading props. So for me, the benefits of trading TopStep Live are no longer really that beneficial. And not only that, but 80% of the money you've made in the sim environment, in the funded accounts, gets locked up. So, I would love to take those profits out as payouts and put them in the bank, but they are locking up 80% of that 10,000. So 8,000 gets locked up. 8,000 I no longer can request for payout and it gets locked up. For me now, this live account changes. It's almost it is unbelievable. It really, really is. And it's just one of those where I don't see the benefits in it at all, which is just crazy, absolutely crazy. And it has been made clear over the last day as well that if you say below 20% that you have, say, you're trading that 20%, that $2,000, and I blow that in my live account, I also lose that 80% as well. So I lose all of those profits that I made, they're gone. So it's one of those where don't see the value in it. Now, coming back to this here, because I promised to talk about this, the intraday drawdown. Now, there's been some confusion about this, and this is understandable because if we look at this other X post I put on, right, and if we click on this first picture here, this was the post that was originally on the TopStep website. And as you can see here, it talks about intraday drawdown. The daily loss limit is intraday. meaning that, your trade could be in profit, but any reasonable pullback and you may hit your daily loss. For me, I don't like trading intraday drawdown. It's not for me. So I don't choose firms that have intraday. And now, because of the TopStep changes, I may find myself in a position where I'm in a live account and I'm trading intraday drawdown, which I don't want to do. But it clearly mentions it there. I mean, unless I'm just being stupid and missing something here, it says it. And loads of people were very confused by it. Loads of people were very shocked by it. But then, very interestingly, within 12 hours, 24 hours, this is the updated version. And as you can see here, there's no mention of intraday at all. So you can see why people are confused. I mean, is this, as I put in my expose here, is it a TopStep U-turn? Is it miscommunication? I don't know. But either way, it's not something I want anymore, which is a massive shame because TopStep was the first futures prop firm I ever traded with, the first firm I ever took a payout with. I've always been very, very complimentary of them and their leadership and how they run things. They've been the top of the game. They basically, as they keep saying, they made the futures prop firm space. And it's just such a shame to see them making these changes. Would have been great to hear them talk to traders more about it first, or like I said earlier, just make some tutorial videos to explain these changes in a bit better detail. But this is where we're at. So really, you can complain and moan about the things you can't control, or you start putting your focus on the things that you can control. And that's what I'm thinking about now, and that's what I'm sort of working towards. So really, what am I going to be doing now? What's my next steps with TopStep, and what am I going to do going forward? Well, first of all, with that recent news, I took payouts. So I requested, I'm still waiting for them. I requested for the payouts 2 days ago now, and I still haven't had them yet, but I've requested for the max payouts I could on those 50K funded accounts, which unfortunately is only 50% of the accounts. So I've taken, $800 there. I've taken out $1,000 there, $900 or nearly $1,000 there, $760 there, and $950 that's nearly 1,000. So in total, that's about $4,500 that I've requested from TopStep. I've just decided to take my money out because I'm so scared of them just sending me an email, moving me to live, and then I potentially lose 80% of these profits that I've made in the XFAs. So first of all, I've taken those payouts. I have no doubt they will pay. I have no doubts with TopStep that they will pay. So there's no real concern there for me. The main thing was to get money in bank ASAP. And then going forward from there, it's a case of, well, what do I do now going forward? If we go, to platform X here, I've got my 5 accounts. So my plan now really is to just keep trading those accounts. If I get the 5 minimum days, then I will request the payouts, and I'll keep doing that until I either blow the accounts or they move me to live. And then once they move me to live, for me, that's sort of game over then, really. I have no interest in really trading a $2,000 account, unfortunately, in a live environment with TopStep. So where do I go from there? What's going to be the next firm I use to replace TopStep? And I already trade with Tradeify. I trade with Top One Futures. I got a payout recently from Lucid as well. So it's a case of, well, who do I go with to replace TopStep? And I've got a couple of ideas. One of them is the futures desk. And particularly, I love the static drawdown. I mean, very different to the intraday drawdown that TopStep had previously mentioned on their website. But I'm loving the idea of the static drawdown account, where basically the drawdown level doesn't change. It stays static. And I love that for the case of building an account up slowly. I love the ownership behind this company. I did a podcast with them only about a couple of weeks ago. And I just felt, even in that podcast with them, that the leadership team there, they really care about their traders. They really want their traders to succeed because they are very interested in moving you to a live environment, not a TopStep live environment, a much more favorable live environment. So I'm looking more sort of the static sort of core, maybe I'll probably go for that one, maybe. So that's a possibility of an account. And another option is to get some more Lucid accounts. I've got a Lucid Direct account at the moment, but potentially I could get some Lucid Flex accounts. I really like the sound of these, just because of, I mean, first of all, how cheap they are. And also, as well, when you are funded, 5 days to pay out, that's just really nice of five $150 days. So the opportunities for payouts there are pretty good. And the payout speed, I mean, that my payout with Lucid, I got it in like 3 minutes. It was just crazy. So these guys pay and they pay fast. So going forward, it's completely understandable to see the frustration from people with TopStep. But I'm going to move forward from there. I'm going to carry on trying to take payouts from them until I blow the accounts or until they move me to live. And then that's it. And then I'll look to Futures Desk or Lucid Trading. Let me know in the comments, though, if you got any other prop firms that you think that I should trade with going forward to trade with instead of TopStep. I hope you got some value from this video. Let me know in the comments as well what you think about the changes that TopStep have made to the live environment. Are you going to carry on trading those? Are you going to look elsewhere? What do you think of the changes? And like I said at the beginning, guys, please subscribe, like the video. It makes a big difference. But until next time, see you soon.